Everybody for coming. My name is Margaret Cartiera. I'm from the Center for Biomedical Innovation and Technology. I'm here to tell you a little bit about our group and perhaps spark a little bit of interest in innovation, or for those of you who already have the entrepreneurial spirit and have been thinking about a challenge that you have encountered in your daily practice, or about an idea that you have for a solution to a challenge that you have encountered, to tell you about our resources and about where you can go to work on that. Our group really is focused on catalyzing biomedical technology and development and commercialization at Yale. We really start on an unmet clinical need, and with that unmet clinical need, we work together on technology development and business analysis. So it's those three key pieces working together to come up with that solution. And that is our overriding mission for the CBIT team. And our goals as a group, and I'll tell you a little bit about who is working on the CBIT team in a moment, but our goals as a group is to work with other groups here on campus in a really collaborative manner to build a network and identify those unmet clinical needs, catalyze team formation, and so we do a lot of outreach, much like what I'm doing here today, to tell you about what we're doing and get those teams working together and provide education, so formal education in the form of coursework as well as informal education in terms of mentorship, as well as clinical pitch nights and other forums, to support value analysis, provide you information about regulatory and business planning, and also provide some funding to get you up and off the ground for your idea and get you moving. And as your idea progresses over time in the development cycle, hopefully we can connect you to people. There's a gap here on campus within the Yale community in terms of healthcare technology. And that there needed to be more support in terms of mentoring, and also individuals working in the space needed to understand that there needed to be a market demand, a clinical need, a pull, and also that the teams needed to be cross-functional. So they needed to have complementary skill sets. So they started their group with two key members. So Chris Luce is a repeat entrepreneur, and Jean Zhang, the two founding members, came together and started the group about 3 years ago. And over time, we've grown, and we ourselves are a cross-functional, dynamic team with a variety of skills that complement one another. So Mike Dempsey is an entrepreneur, a repeat entrepreneur on his third venture, that all of his ventures have done very well and exited successfully. Alyssa Seifer is our day-to-day engineering director and coordinator here on campus. She works very closely with the Center for Engineering, Innovation, and Design, and she is our go-to engineering person here on campus. Aisha Khalid is our clinical director. She is an ENT by training, and she works very closely with MIT HAC as well as the Harvard system. And she is sort of our clinical person that we bounce a lot of ideas off of, and also she connects us with that clinical community. And my background is as a biomedical engineer. I've worked in startups for many years, but I also have an investment background. So for the last 4 years, I've been working in venture investing for the state of Connecticut. I led the Bioscience Innovation Fund, and I have been looking at innovation through the eyes of an investor. So what have we accomplished in the last 3 years as a team here in our short existence on campus? We've supported over 2,800 Yale staff, students, and faculty members. So they come to us with an idea and say, I have this great idea for X, and we support them in terms of mentorship, coursework, and other activities. We've organized 4 hackathons. So one every year. They're held every year in January, and I'll tell you a little bit about what a hackathon is, and if you have an interest, I really encourage you to participate. They're tremendous. A lot of energy and a lot of great ideas come out of these hackathons. We have a diverse population that comes together for these hackathons and make them really come to life. They're usually centered around patient engagement and clinical outcomes. We funded and supported over 209 specific projects, and they have leveraged all of our efforts and went on to raise an additional $24 million in funding from other sources. CBIT also has a phenomenal relationship with Medtronic, and this relationship is really to help inform the engineers and quality folks and others working within the Medtronic organization on how clinical folks and OR staff use their devices so they can build a better product. It's a clinical immersion program that provides them with an educational series, a seminar series, informing them about how a hospital system operates, and also the opportunity to observe surgeries so they can see how their devices are actually used in an OR setting. And we have been fortunate enough to also establish a partnership with Yale New Haven Hospital and their investment council, and are helping them to build a culture of innovation throughout the hospital system and bringing in new innovation that can impact patient care. So all of our efforts have really been focused on creating a culture of innovation across the Yale community. And this graphic is just to show you where our efforts are dispersed. We do spend a lot of time in direct mentorship with individuals and teams, thinking about their ideas, and because of the deep expertise our team has as actual entrepreneurs and individuals who have worked on technology, we are able to help shepherd each of these groups through that development process. We do spend a lot of time on hackathons and formal coursework, and also workshops in sort of the thread of education. So the three formal courses that we offer here on campus are in sort of the realm of innovation. Right now, a course that's running currently and that will be ending May 8th is Creating Healthcare Ventures. It's cross-listed with the School of Medicine as well as the School of Management. It is Creating Healthcare Ventures. It's a really interesting class. I'm helping to teach it this semester. It's been expanded to have two tracks. The first track is venture creation. So if you have an idea for creating a new device diagnostic or health IT app, it's taking you through the process of what the customer really wants, how do you create it, what is the market demand, and going through that process. But the flip side of it, the second track, is if you are in healthcare administration, how would you evaluate that innovation, and what value would it bring to the healthcare system and to the patient? So it's sort of the two sides of the coin. What is the new innovation, and then how would you evaluate its value within the healthcare system? We also offer an undergraduate course, Mechanical Engineering, Biomedical Engineering, in collaboration with the Center for Engineering, Innovation, and Design, where in advance of the class, we come out to Yale New Haven Hospital, to the clinicians, and we talk about what the pain points are, what the clinical pain points are. We put together a list of what the problems are, and then we go into the class with the list of needs, and the students come up with the solutions over the course of the semester. And at the end of the semester, they have a really nice pitch presentation and a deliverable. So they have designed a solution to the problem. So this fall semester, they had a sternotomy device that they designed, and also a virtual reality pathology solution, just to name two of them. There are several others. A lot of these students also go on continuing with their device and innovating. They've submitted them to scientific conferences, and a lot of the teams continue working on them and have an interest in that innovation and moving on with them. And the latest class that we've offered is medical software design. So in this world of health IT, programming has become very important, and the importance of it. So this particular class really focuses on design principles and image analysis algorithms, and also user interface. So creating something that is user-friendly and someone will want to interface with that is valuable. And it engages the students with clinicians within the hospital setting, so they can really understand the impact of what they're creating from a programming standpoint. So the hackathons are tremendous. They are a weekend event. So if you participate as someone who wants to hack a problem, you come in on a Friday, and the event kicks off with some keynote speakers. On Saturday morning, we have a series of problems, again, around patient experience or clinical outcomes. So this year it was improving patient experience in medical imaging. We had partnered with the Department of Radiology. Previous years it was with the Center for Engineering Design or with the hospital and reducing readmissions. So every year we have a theme around it. So it kicks off on a Friday. Saturday morning we have pain points. Teams form organically around those pain points. So you have an interest in a particular pain point, the team comes together, and then over the course of Saturday and Sunday, you work on that. So you come up with a solution to that problem. And on Sunday afternoon, you pitch, so you present what your solution is to that problem on Sunday afternoon to a panel of judges, and there are monetary prizes. And so it's tremendous energy. We have a lot of mentors and judges available to help the participants through the process. And a lot of the teams have gone on, again, to work on these innovations after the hack event. So they always happen in January. If you have an interest, it's tremendous. And we find that not only Yale participates in this, but we have individuals from other universities coming, individuals from industry participating. So this is a graphic that shows you who's participated in this most recent hackathon in January of 2017. So we have had people from MIT, Rutgers, Vassar, other universities, as well as Medtronic and Zymedica and other places. But they're not only engineers, they're patients, they're administrators, they're clinicians, they're designers. We have a tremendous group of people come together to solve these problems. So if you have an opportunity or an interest to participate, I really invite you to come. So our mission is to connect people. And we do outreach like this to come to clinical rounds to tell you what we do and to invite you to touch base with us. And if you have, again, an interest in innovation or you have a problem that you're struggling with tell us about it. We do find that people reach out to us after clinical rounds, outreach, and tell us about their ideas or their challenge, and then they have the opportunity to maybe come to a clinical pitch night. So what a clinical pitch night is, we invite the clinicians to come and stand up in front of a forum of invited guests. So we send out a blast across campus to School of Management as well as engineering and other people across campus who might have an interest, and you can tell them about your idea or your problem, and teams will form and try to come up with a solution or move your idea forward together. And we do have funding available. So we are leading an initiative on behalf of Yale and in collaboration with the University of Connecticut as well as Quinnipiac, called the BioPipeline Program. It's sponsored by Connecticut Innovations. It's a $1 million funding program over a 2-year period to provide $30,000 in funding to teams to get their idea up and off the ground. It's grant funding, so it doesn't need to be paid back. And it's really to get your business strategy or your market definition cemented, as well as some prototyping and maybe proof of concept activities completed around your idea. The next deadline is the 21st, so not a lot of time to get your application in. But if you are interested, you can check out the website. So we do have some modest funding to get some concept work done. So over the course of time, 209 projects have been supported, and we've had the BioPipeline funding available as well as some funding in collaboration with YCCI, and we've awarded $850,000 in grants, and 12 of those projects that we've supported have moved on and received outside funding. And that has been in the amount of $12 million in venture capital funding, $7.2 million in strategic funding, and $5 million in additional academic funding. So we're really proud of the teams that have worked with us and have moved on to take their innovations forward. But it can be anything that you've been thinking about sort of in the diagnostic device or health IT app space, so informatics space. And we're happy to work with you, even if you aren't interested in a venture. If you're really interested in just innovation and sort of addressing a process or a problem, we can help work with you there. We do not take any cut of IP or equity in anything. We're simply here as a resource to work with you. Just wanted to also mention that we're engaging with the hospital. I mentioned that at the front, but the hospital is really interested in addressing clinical pain points and improving the total cost of care. And we've been working with them in partnership to bridge these ideas with their staff and to help build with them a culture of innovation. And they've been incredible in supporting that innovative effort. And a lot of the teams that do progress are able to connect with the clinical staff and also have the opportunity to talk to the folks there that are interested in bringing in new innovation. And I've already talked about the Medtronic relationship and the opportunity that provides, but Medtronic is also very open to opening their doors to our innovators as well as our staff and expanding the relationship. So as they grow as a company and think about the new innovations, their new innovations in the direction that they want to go in, there are possibilities for sponsored research and collaboration in that way. So if you're interested in connecting with us and want to know more about innovation and want to share your idea, feel free to reach out to me or to our CBIT team. We'd be happy to talk with you and learn more about what your interests are. I also wanted to let you know about a couple events that are happening over the next several weeks. We do work in partnership with other groups across campus, as I mentioned. So the Office of OCR, the Office of Collaborative Research, has a few events happening on campus. So this Wednesday there is a pitch workshop being hosted by Canaan Partners. And so if you'd like to attend, please do so. It's at 5:30 on Wednesday. There is also an application deadline for the Yale Innovation Summit, which is happening on May 10th. So if you'd like to present a poster, that is April 21st for that poster deadline. I believe there's some information outside. Bill Wiesler is also here in the room if you have any questions. Does anybody have any questions in the audience that I could address right now? Great. Thank you for your time.